3, 2, 1,
Alright.
go.
And video is playing. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna go to the amusement park.
Wondaria remains. Now this is a fun world. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you. So, it's we've not had a really we've had things like haunted carnivals and actual casinos in Kirby before and such, but it's we've got some nice theming in this game so far. We've had we've had a overrun abandoned city with shopping malls in them. We've had probably the most normal one. We've had a beach, but it's got also these sort of water plants and such around it. And now, big old amusement park. Amusement park's always awesome for video game sort of
at this
possibilities,
point, it's like
isn't it?
Like it's like we've done grass, we've done desert, we've done ice world. What else can we do? Theme park. Yes.
For this game, yeah. It's somewhat of an atypical theming as well, oddly, theme parks. But when it comes out, it's just rife with potential. Any video game that makes a bad theme park level should feel ashamed of themselves.
Do you have an example?
How could you? I mean, no, to be honest, no, not really. Like, they're probably bad theme park games, but like, that's besides the point. I mean, even in this first screen of this first level, you've got fun things. You can, go in the little cardboard cutouts. There are the ducks. There's going on top of the statue.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good things.
I know that they're like theme parks have also been like the entire setting of the game. In some other games, I know that Sonic Colors did that, where each of the levels was pretty much just within a theme park that Eggman made. And the only one that was obvious that it was a theme park was Tropical Resort, given that it's like,
I think the theme park setting's a bit different with Sonic.
Yeah, there have been like. Actually, I don't. No, there's been one theme park level that comes up in my mind, and that's Eggman Land at the end of Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, and then that level has its own reputation. But aside from that, I don't think there's any other that I know of. I know that there's like one. I know that.
So here we see. By the way, there's a bunch of tar and or oil or such on the floor. You gotta be careful of that. You can't jump really in it.
It's a good thing that I didn't.
Or at least not very well.
Well, I think there's like I think I got this. I think I got this level confused for another one, because there was a mission in one level in this world where you can't touch the mud at all. Yeah.
I think I know what you mean. I think it's later, yeah.
Just to be safe.
All these rides and parades, obstacles you got to avoid.
Didn't touch the mud once in this level.
Just wanted to whack that banana on the head for his bananas, did you?
I wanted to whack the banana's banana.
Monkey on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops.
To go back on theme parks.
But here we have a.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just about to say here we do have another on rails sort of a mouthful mode. So much like the pipe and the that sort of the glider thingamajig from before, and this one is also quite rare. I think also only appears twice, maybe thrice. The sort of roller coaster mouthful mode.
I know that there are some levels
move left to right, collect stuff, Like,
I know that much. I think one of them was in the last world. I think. Outside of that,
and we'll get to that one later.
dang it, I was gonna say something, but I kind of forgot what it was.
Well, I'll say at the very least, hey, look, roller coaster, making good use of that
Yep.
theme park already. Oh, but yeah, when this world's theme was revealed,
Really?
people were excited for it, man. Oh yeah, I have some friends and part of servers and such that like Kirby. Plus, I mean, I think people were just excited for this game. Period. You know, looked really good. It was really good. Again, by now it's been a while since it won its awards. By a while I mean like 2 or so months, but
Yep.
damn, does it
really
deserve
does.
it? You know, it's an excellent foray into 3D finally. And yeah, I hope for the future to have fun worlds like this and such. Although on the subject of the future, first of all, the future for Kirby in general, sorry, the one thing we know of right now is that there's a remake of Return to Dreamland coming out soon. Soon by this recording. Return to Dreamland Deluxe even adds new copy abilities and like post-game modes.
Yeah, an entire
cool
Magolor
stuff.
section for
So that
like a sort of a side story for Magolor. They just revealed that in this point in time. I'm probably
so that'll be fun.
Probably gonna
get to play the new Sand and Mecha copy abilities.
And
yeah,
because I'm
absolutely gonna get it. I already have like Return to Dreamland. I got it via like Wii U Virtual Console in the run up to Star Allies. I did, but I'm definitely gonna get it because I played the demo. Oh, it feels so good, man. Having a bunch of copy abilities have their new tools as well as their old ones, plus a bunch of additional sort of control thingamajigs. And it looks way better. I will say this about the original: it's really good, obviously, the original Return to Dreamland, but the way the level looks like it's made out of building blocks, the levels can in that gamey kind of way sometimes. The new one looks real nice.
That they favor the old design for DDD instead of the new one.
I do too. I'll be honest with you.
I think it's because of the anime. I think it's because
I've said somewhere.
It has to be that.
No, I kind of like the, you know, I think the thing for me is I've said somewhere that it looks like, I mean, he looks like a club penguin, the new design first one, and I think I've said in some places it's like if Illumination did DDD for some reason, it gives me the Illumination
Don't give them
vibe.
ideas.
At least in yeah. I think what it actually is his head is lacking. It kind of just folds into the rest of his body. I like it when DDD has a defined actual head, separate from the rest of his blubber. It might be something to do with the eyes and mouth too, but yeah.
I don't really have
an
opinion on that. I think it just looks fine to me.
Yeah, I mean, I can deal with it. But that's the imminent future for Kirby, and who knows what else is to come. But what about the future of 3D in Kirby, you know? What do you think about that? What do you want to see, like, from future 3D Kirby games and such?
I kind of want them to expand on this design of 3D for Kirby, because I don't know if, like, a fully 3D Kirby is, you know, needed. Because it's just gonna add complications to like the design itself. Because Kirby is usually known for being a very simple, easygoing game, and I think trying to make that into a 3D game, like there you run the risk of making the 3D game too simple. So like, because with Balan Wonderworld, that game was way too simple for like to its detriment.
I think that kind of has a like. I know Kirby games, they've had some like at least certain ones like Air Ride, for example. They've had like they're known for like trying to get as much out of as few buttons as possible, but I don't think that's normally like, especially in modern games, really Kirby's design mentality. And Balan Wonderworld's a completely different, kind of worms.
Balan Wonderworld, Balan Wonderworld is an extreme.
Nonsense.
I will say that, but it does show that making a 3D game specifically way too simple, it can hurt it, and it can hurt the game and in the long run.
Of course. I think I would actually quite like to see Kirby go for that like, because this kind of 3D, it's hard, it's hard to explain, but fixed camera 3D platformer, I guess is a good way of explaining it. I think that it would be very much like the Kirby series if they did, continue this sort of 3D game, like they did with the Return to Dreamland style, with multiple 2D games. I think it'd be quite like them if they did that with this 3D style as well. If they did that, I wonder what if they'd keep mouthful mode or what gimmick they'd do. Certainly, obviously, I'd like to see more copy abilities, and more, not just new, more on addition to the old ones. I'd like to see them get more moves, best they can implement, and I think they could implement a lot even with the style they have. But I do want to see like I guess as maybe you sort of said, a true 3D sort of Kirby game. True in the sense of kind of like, you can control the camera, big worlds to explore around, like in, like maybe like a 3D Mario game, for instance. And I think even with the controls they currently have, that would still translate pretty well. You'd probably have some more cool things you could do with, like, you've got some projectile abilities with like aiming things and such though. But I think 3D Kirby has a lot of potential in the future. Let's quickly, now that we've said that, touch on the bomb ability. We unlocked this a bit ago, but finally get to talk about it. The sort of chain bomb. So the controls are pretty much the same, but there's a new property to the bombs where if you're able to stack a bunch of bombs on the field at once before they explode, they chain together. You'll like to see a chain between them. That powers each of those bombs up, and you can keep stacking more and more to get more and more chains. And the more chains you get, the bigger, more powerful, and much more lingering the explosion will be. I think it's a really cool one. This is. It takes bomb and it adds an additional sort of way of playing to it. That can power up your bombs, and it's a very I think it's just really cool.
I don't really like about bomb is I think not in terms of how you throw bombs, because you could just spam like the forward throw all you want, and it's not really that much of a big deal. But for
doesn't do much damage.
It's not
though.
the damage values at all.
I think
it's actually the gimmick of the chain bomb, where like you have to have them link up.
Right.
The thing is, a lot of enemies are just done and over with one hit, so it doesn't really matter all that much. So that kind of just means
it's quite helpful though with like bosses and stuff. Like, because if any ability bomb mainly gets its damage from that chaining up, I think, especially with the chain bomb. Like regular bomb, it can take a lot of bombs to get damage to like mini bosses and certain big enemies and such. Plus, it's just satisfying, I think, the big explosions when you do get lots of enemies.
It's just pretty pointless in my mind. And even though that, you can probably use it for bosses, there are other better copy abilities to be using for bosses anyway. That's my 2 cents.
Well, you could say that with a lot of them, but it depends on what because bomb is a fan favorite. Depends on what abilities you want to
Yeah.
use. Speaking of which, I think you just picked up the ranger ability. Although I think we're gonna say goodbye to that. Oh no, are we? Sorry, I'm my video was struggling to catch up there. But no, just steamrolled from Wild Edge there.
By the way, there is a
Moving on.
There's a little duct
Yeah.
that you can take that's covered by the grass that I don't see, and I ended up missing that a couple of times as well. Because I'm sticking
Dear,
around
oh
this
dear.
world, I'm sticking around this room, and I know for a fact that there's something here. I just forgot where it was.
Oh well, you'll come pick it up in a
Yeah, I
shortcut
will.
edit, I assume.
But I think there's I think I missed like 2 missions for this level, though.
But yeah, you picked up the
Yes.
was it the Noble Ranger ability? Yeah, the Noble,
Oh,
the
yeah,
sort of
he's
pirate-looking
fancy.
one. Basically, instead of this is sort of like the chakram cutter, where instead of like increasing in power, it allows you to multi-shot. So when you hold down the button to charge your shots up, instead of like a big like blast, you'll do a lot of a big barrage instead. So, oops, like a sort of.
However, there's actually
Gatling
some
shot.
utility for the big shot, for that, because with the giant with the first one you can
Can hit more targets
or
at
it
once,
gives
right?
you more leeway for the hit detection to
But
work.
yeah.
Whereas
But yeah, this one just lets you
Yeah.
shoot a lot of bullets at once.
pretty much.
So it's like the speed upgrade.
I mean, you're wielding 2 pistols.
We haven't touched on it much, but this level theme, by the way.
Yeah, it's-
Sorry to interrupt once again, but to touch one real quick, because this level theme, we've not spoken much about it, but it is. Despite what I said with like the car could be replaced with like the wheel ability, this is a pretty fun
Oh, yeah,
level. This racetrack
agree.
and all these segments with getting like
agree,
records
yeah.
and such. All the shortcuts you can take. Yeah.
I think
making real good
I think
use
I'm
of it.
doing like there's a mission here that is like I think I'm trying this over again to see if there's like a like
You missed
did
the
I?
gold.
Okay.
Yep. You missed it by a few
doesn't just like that.
milliseconds.
I hate that. But yeah.
You're gonna make use of those
Yeah,
shortcuts.
I think the mission I'm thinking of is like a little later, where you have to like beat or maybe it was like in the first level, for first area, whatever, where you have to beat the track within a certain time. Like beat this track in under 50 seconds or something like that.
That might be this or
I
a
think it
later
was this
level.
one.
Yeah. But there you go. There you got that prize.
It's another waddle dooter.
Hey ho, hey ho.
Goose.
Oh. No, yeah,
I don't know
boosted.
why I
That one's
didn't,
boosted
get that
cardboard
the first
shortcuts. I mean,
Yeah,
You
I
might have
missed
missed
one,
one, I
Waddle
think.
Dee, and you know where it is. So it's in the room I pointed out.
oh dear.
Yeah,
Wah, 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 wah.
but hey, that's the magic of editing.
But yeah. So far, this world's been doing pretty good. We didn't really talk much about the levels in the previous world, World 2, you know, besides the fact, you know, it's water and Kirby can't go underwater in this game, but all the levels do have their own personality in this game, I find. Very, and this world makes very good use of that personality,
Yeah,
let me
the
tell
environment tells a story. It's a very nice story. I'm actually unsure if I actually cut around this. I hope I do. So the
Otherwise, it's going to be a very long way back.
I was right. It's this level that has the beat the track time beat the track under this certain time, and in this case, it was the first one. So
beat it really fast. Was it not? It wasn't the duck
you have to
missed.
beat it under 20.
Or was it both?
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah. You got to make use of like jumping to cut corners, like on those tires. Yep.
I messed up here.
Other such.
Oh no. Oh,
not
no.
that. Not that.
Messing up.
Jumping on those tires can make real good shortcuts.
And dang it.
Well, while you're getting this, if we cut back to earlier, because you said you don't really like Static Bomb, I think I think Static Bomb is a pretty fun upgrade. How would you upgrade Bomb instead then?
There
are multiple ways I can think of, but how would you do it?
Well, one of them would be like, a bigger bomb. Bigger bomb, bigger blasts, radius, bigger damage, that kind of thing. Maybe a bit slow, but hey, it's more powerful.
And I took the kind of thing I talked about before of saying, nah. I just think it's more involved and interesting Static Bomb than, Bomb but more power. Do you mean like perhaps bigger but slower?
Bigger but slower.
Okay.
And let's see.
You can have things like cluster bombs, bombs that leave maybe. I mean, they already kind of do with static bombs, but like things on the floor.
I think I'm actually pulling this from like Ratchet and Clank. There is a weapon in that game that you can just like toss grenades at. Like you can like toss bombs at the enemy, and you can add on. You can add on to the.
You made pretty good use of.
You can add on to the explosion, making it bigger and bigger. I think that was in All for One.
Okay.
I believe.
Interesting. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Doesn't seem the bombs can explode the grass though.
No, it does not.
So yeah, that's one thing about the status bombs I didn't say before is that it seems to have an electrical property to it.
I'd say
it's visually.
It's a visual element. It doesn't really add to anything. I don't think.
Yeah. There are other abilities that's more applicable to it, I guess. But it's kind of weird. I think this game doesn't have a traditional sort of electrical ability. It seems like it'd be a perfect fit.
What that could do, a good upgrade for bomb, instead of like the chain bomb stuff, just make the bombs elemental. Or have.
I think they want to sort of have each ability have its uses.
In that case, why not just make
like we said
the
earlier,
chain bomb into more of an electric bomb. Use it to like power batteries and the like with explosions.
I don't know, but we'll see more of it next time. Yeah.
Yes.
Next time.